following portion of Bloom is sponsored by Parkside Audiology. Having your hearing checked is so important for good health. And right here in the Tampa Bay area, we have Parkside Audiology to assist you with all of your hearing needs. We visited Parkside Audiology to check it out. I'm with Kristen Decelles, a doctor of audiology at Parkside Audiology. Thank you so much for inviting me to your beautiful office. This is amazing.
Great. I'm so happy you're here, Gail. I'm thrilled to have you and your team visit me here.
Yeah, it's great. And I wanted to ask you, I love the name. What's the backstory with Parkside?
Sure. So I'm an audiologist. I've been practicing here in the Tampa Bay area for a little over 17 years now, and recently decided to go out on my own and open my own private practice. And I started to think about what defines me as an audiologist, what makes the way I handle patients and the way patients and I get along special. And I always tell my patients that we're in this together. I'm on your team. So whatever works best for you works best for me. We're on this journey together. So I started thinking, what defines that? What does that look like? All over Tampa, there's park benches everywhere. So I started thinking, well, what if we were side by side on a park bench having a conversation? And then I said, oh, the best conversations are heard side by side, Parkside Audiology.
So what are some of the services that you offer here at Parkside?
Sure. So basic audiology services include anything from the ear. I always say my specialty begins and ends with the ear. So starting from the outermost part of the ear, I do what's called video otoscopy. I'll look in a patient's ear and see if there's any earwax building up. If there is any earwax, I use a suction, a curette, or a flush to clean ears out. From there, then I'll do a middle ear analysis to take a look at the eardrum, how the eardrum's moving, make sure there's no fluids or infections and beyond the eardrum. And then I also do further testing to look at the nerve portion of the innermost part of the ear, hearing testing, and then of course hearing aid fittings, hearing aid follow-ups, repair services, maintenance, and even some balance assessments as well.
You know what I think is so interesting is I don't think a lot of people realize that it's important to come in a lot earlier than they do. When people probably come to see you, they're really far along in their hearing loss, but you say the earlier the better. Why?
Earlier the better. We know that even a mild change in your hearing will cause changes in your cognitive function. So even a mild hearing loss doubles your risk of dementia. Recent studies shows that that change in the brain actually starts midlife. Midlife is around 45 to 50. So I recommend your first baseline hearing evaluation should be in your 40s. Come in, get a baseline. If your hearing's fine, that's great. We know that we can push it out every few years to test you. But as soon as we start noticing changes, we want to jump in and help you so that we don't double that risk for dementia. Mild hearing loss doubles it, a moderate triples your risk, and a severe hearing loss, you have a 5 times greater risk chance of developing some cognitive changes.
That is so interesting. I bet so many people never made the link between hearing loss and dementia, but what a wake-up call.
Yeah.
What are some ways that we can protect our hearing?
Great question, Gail. I always say that you should definitely protect your hearing as far as limiting your noise exposure, because that is a very big cause of changes in your hearing. For example, my kids, I won't let them listen to AirPods above 50%. So I lock on their phones so they cannot turn their AirPods above 50%. I also recommend having a custom pair of ear molds. So a lot of us have really great sunglasses. Well, we should also have some really great custom ear molds made. So when you go to those concerts, you can pop those ear molds in and you can protect your hearing. Diabetics are twice as likely to develop changes in their hearing as well. So overall healthy lifestyles, of course, connect with your hearing.
I think it's so cool what you do, and it's great to have you right here in the heart of South Tampa.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to be very interested in what you do, so thank you for inviting us out.
Oh, thank you for coming. It's my pleasure.
For more information, you can visit parksideaudiology.com or schedule an appointment today. Pick up the phone right now and call 813-686-6858 or visit their office located in Tampa. Bloom will be right back. The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored by Parkside Audiology.